Hello everybody! My name is RedBlockss and welcome to a new series on the channel. So, as you guys have seen from the title and the thumbnail, today we're going to be beginning our new journey in Minecraft 1.19 in survival mode. However, we're not just going to be playing Minecraft in survival mode, oh no, because over the course of this series, we're going to be traveling to 99 special locations and placing down 99 special blocks on top of them. These locations are going to be selected by the Google random number generator. We're going to be selecting 3 random numbers and setting the max to 10,000, grabbing these numbers and slapping them onto Minecraft coordinates, these being the X coordinate, the Y coordinate, and the Z coordinate, traveling to those coordinates in game and placing down a special block on top of them. And so yeah, that's basically everything. If you guys are a little bit confused, even if you don't understand it at all, you're just going to be understanding it over the course of the series, so you don't need to really sweat about it. Another thing that I really wanted to mention here was that over the course of the series, whenever we go into a cave, I'm going to be using a little bit of a brightness enhancer. There's 2 reasons for this. First one being that even if I enhance the brightness afterwards in editing, while watching the video on YouTube, it doesn't really feel organic now, does it? Even when I watch the video back, myself, I just feel like something's just off. So yeah, that's gonna be reason 1. But reason 2, and arguably the more important one, being that apparently my screen just does not like Minecraft caves, because whenever I go into a cave, despite how dark it is, it feels like the darkness modifier is just blown through the roof, and I cannot see anything. So yeah, those are the 2 reasons that I'm gonna be using a little bit of a brightness enhancer in game, especially when we go into dark biomes or caves and stuff like that. And there's another thing, however, I'm not gonna be mentioning it in the intro because I feel like it would work better as in a surprise. So anyways, all that being said, let's get into this world and use this create new world menu. By the way, this thing looks really clean. I haven't mentioned this before because I believe this is a 1.19 update thing, so yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. This thing looks really clean. Anyways, the world name is going to be Explorer, and that might just be the name of the series, so get used to that name. Game mode being, of course, survival. Difficulty, we're going to be keeping it at normal for right now, but we might bump it up to hard a little bit later. All the other stuff doesn't really matter apart from multiplayer, which we are going to be turning off. And another thing that I wanted to show you guys is that resource packs, we only have the Minecraft texture pack open right now, okay? Keep that in mind. Okay, all that being said, let's jump into the world. Now, here's a lot of time people are just going to be skipping over. Oh, I guess we're just also going to be skipping over it because apparently Minecraft wants to load fast. So, yeah, let's just get straight into it. I was ready to talk for a bit, but apparently not. So here we go, loading into the world, and okay, there we go. And before any of you ask questions, I'm going to be answering them up front. Yes, this is shaders. And also, it might be lagging for this for a little bit. Hopefully you can bear through. But yeah, if you guys are a little bit curious as to why this would be confusing, because after 1.16.200, a render dragon was added, and regular shaders were banned. And this is not, by the way, this is not RDX shaders, which I guess you can pretty much tell just by the looks of things. So yeah, this is the YSSBE shader, and if you guys just want to know how I got this thing to running, because it took about 5 days to do so, I'm not going to be explaining any of that in this video because, again, it took 5 days. However, if you guys want a detailed explanation of it, I might do a video on that later because I was also thinking of doing so. All that being said, though, let's take a look around the spawn because that's usually what we do in this survival series. So taking a look around, I already like the spawn because it has sugarcane. Oh, also, another thing that I want to talk about this shader, after I grab the sugarcane, is that, yeah, things get incredibly dark, as you can see right here. Yeah, that's another problem with the shader, and that's another reason why we're going to be using the brightness enhancer, because it just makes things nicer. But yeah, all that being said, though, I really like the spawn. It could have been better, for sure. But yeah, I don't really mind it. And that cave looks epic. We already have iron. Yo, let's go. But anyways, if you guys have watched any survival episode from mine, if you're watching Minecraft Let's Plays from me, you probably already know how the beginning begins. You just gather wood, you gather stone, you gather sheep. and yeah, stuff like that. However, since we have more interesting stuff to do, what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is, since we have shaders, I believe rather than doing a jump cut, we should do a time lapse of the early game so that you guys at least get a little bit of a feel with that. So with all that being said, let's jump straight into a time lapse, and I'll catch you guys afterwards. Alright guys, so round about the end of day oh god, okay, no, I'm not, okay. Anyways, about the end of day 1, I'm gonna need to fight the zombie as soon as I wake up. There we go. How many did they spawn? Oh my god. Anyways, nightfall hit a lot earlier than it should have, I believe, or either that or I got so immersed in the world that I didn't even realize. But anyways, as you guys saw, I do have in fact gathered up a bed, and I also have a bunch of food, which is going to be handy because, you know, in the early days of the game, food is a really big issue. And I also have a bed set up, and now it's going to be as good as time as any. And yeah, there we go. So anyways, having the quarters on is going to be really important in this world. Well, reason one being that so that you guys can always see that where I'm at if you want to, you know, check out the world for yourself. And another thing being, of course, since we're doing this challenge in particular, we're going to be needing to get to, you know, certain quarters in the world, so that is also going to be really handful. Anyways, though, with all that being said, since we already have everything pretty much set up, I guess we are all ready to go over to the random number generator and to see what is going to be our first number in this beautiful world. So let's pop over to there. Alright, and welcome to the random number generator. So here we're going to be generating 3 random numbers, 2 of them the max being 10,000, and 1 of them being the max of 375. Of course, the 375 is going to be our y-axis, and the reason why I've gone for 375 and not 384 is because the last 10 layers, from the bottom of the world can be bedrock, and it might block me from, going further into the bedrock. So that's just gonna be a whole ordeal that I don't really want to deal with. And so yeah, we're just going to be leaving that at that. And so yeah, with all that being said, let's just get into it. However, before we do, there's a certain thing that I want to mention, is that of course we're going to be traveling to 99 different coordinates. A few of them might not be, completely random, because, some of them are really, really special. I would like to reach them, even if they don't come up in the random number generator. Those being 0, 0, 420, 420, 420, 420, 69, 69, 69, and 100, 100. And maybe even 100 on that. I don't really know. But yeah, those are one of the few coordinates that I would like to reach, in the world, even if they don't come up in the random number generator. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys feel about that. All that being said, though, let's start off with a random number. So the minimum, and by the way, this is going to be our x-axis. The minimum is going to be 0 because we can get to 0, and the maximum is going to be 10,000. I am going to regret this. So here we go, 1, 2, 3, that's 10,000. And let's generate our first number, and then the x-axis is going to be 7,658. This is episode 1, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, okay. So, let's move on to, the y-axis, which the minimum is going to be 1, and the maximum is going to be, yep, there we go. Alright, so this is going to be our y-axis, 1 being minus 55, 375 being 320. Okay, here we go. Generate 214. Okay, not only are we going 7,000 blocks off into the x-axis, we are also going up 200 blocks. Okay, this is a fantastic start for episode 1. And finally, our y-axis, our z-axis. So again, minimum 0, maximum again, gonna be 10,000. That is 10,000. And let's generate. Okay. Yeah, I already rigged this. We're going 7,600, and I don't even remember blocks in the x-axis. 5,898 blocks in the z-axis, and 200 blocks up. Okay, alright. So yeah, this is going to be our coordinate that we're going to be reaching. And again, I just want to preface this. Minecraft is pretty much infinite. You have, I believe in the Bedrock Edition, 12 million blocks in every single direction. And so I just wanted to cap it at 10,000 because, anything beyond that is just going to be frustrating. But yeah, time to reach this in episode 1. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is gonna be getting into the world, pack up, maybe just get a shield, and then just keep running. So here we go. See you guys back in the world. Alright guys, just before we set out on our epic time-lapse journey, I just wanted to clear up a few things. First things first, I didn't realize the fact that I was counting till minus 55, so that means that my y-axis actually comes out to be 159, which doesn't really change a lot because you see I would still need to tower up about 100 blocks, so I guess it's a little bit better than 200. Second thing second is that I actually forgot the fact that values, I guess, coordinate values can be in the negative, and even though I accounted for them in the y-axis, I completely forgot about them in the x and z axis, and I don't really feel like redoing those. So what we're gonna be doing them is we're actually just gonna be doing them in the game right now. However, in the future we're gonna be counting them, so the minimum is going to be minus 10,000 and the maximum is going to be positive 10,000. So hopefully that clears that things up. With all that being said though, it seems as though it's going to be turning into nighttime real soon. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna get my sleep in, or I guess not, because apparently it's still daytime. Why is the bed red when the sky isn't? Anyway, I don't really give a crap. So I'm gonna pack my stuff up. I already did in terms of food. I don't really know if I'm gonna have enough food. However, since I'm traveling on that, I probably will need more food. But since we are traveling, we're gonna see a lot more stuff. So I don't think food is going to be all that big of a thing. So what I'm gonna do, get my sleep in, because apparently it was day 3 seconds ago, but apparently it's not. And there's skeletons. Okay, this day-night cycle is really weird. But anyways, I'm gonna get my stuff together and I'm gonna head out. So with all that being said, begin the time lapse. Alright, and welcome to the time lapse. Now, first things first, I do want to mention here that the voice that you guys heard towards the early half of the video, the type of knacker type of voice, that's not so because, I'm sick or anything like that. It's more so because I was trying to mess around with the audio settings, because after hearing the playback on YouTube, I actually realized that I'm quite quiet. So I wanted to improve on that. However, working on it, I believe I kind of make it worse. Anyways though, towards the end of the video, you guys will hear that it actually gets quite a lot better, so you might want to stick around for that. Another thing that I wanted to mention here was that the pacing of the video, I at least believe is quite slow, because I'm in the middle of editing right now. That's when I'm recording this voiceover, and even though I would say it's fairly entertaining, the pacing is definitely slow compared to what I want to achieve in a video, I guess in an episode of this series going forward. And I guess it's still episode 1, I'm still experimenting, and yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you guys would like to see in the future. And yeah, just a few more things that I would like to hear from you guys in the comment section would be the background music that you guys heard throughout the video. Do you like it? Because I'm planning on using that basically as a theme song for this series, and basically use it for background music the whole way through. And the sort of semi time lapse that you guys heard in the middle, well, that music is actually playing right now. So let me know down in the comment section. I actually believe the time lapse music is quite cool, and let me know in the comment section if you guys would like to see that one being used as the background music or not. I personally like both of them, and I would just like to hear what you guys think of the time lapse as well. Now, enough of the outside stuff. Looking at the in-game stuff, I mean, the time lapse actually went pretty much how I expected. We got to see a bunch of type of terrain that you guys are seeing right now. I will say, even though I expected it to be, largely ocean, even though a part of it was, the Minecraft world, even with a small sample size of 10,000, because, the Minecraft world in the Bedrock Edition, I believe it's still 30 million, but not all 30 million blocks are usable. I believe only 12 to 13 million are. Even still, the 10,000 small blocks, even still, you get to see quite a lot of Minecraft terrain, and all in all the entire journey was quite pleasant. I mean, it was comparatively long, but it was quite enjoyable. The main stuff that which happened was I ran into a taiga village and ran into one of their blacksmith tests and got my helmet and chest plate that you guys are probably seeing throughout the rest of the time lapse. And yeah, that's basically the remarkable parts of this. Apart from that, the Minecraft terrain looks really beautiful with shaders and a lot of snowy biomes. Yeah, that's basically all the time lapse. So anyways, enjoy the rest of the video. Well everybody, I meet you after exactly 13,542 blocks. Yeah, that this has been quite a long journey. However, I would like to mention it wasn't as long as I originally thought. I originally thought that, like, this was gonna take me like the entire evening, which, don't get me wrong, it did take me all the evening, but I had a lot of breaks throughout. But anyways, all that being said, if you check my position on the top left side of the screen, in fact, you know what? I will make it completely top left. It says 7,658 on the X, 159 on the Y, 5,898 on the Z. And if you go back a little bit to when we did those numbers, you would see that those are exactly the numbers that I got from the random number generator, and we finally ended up on top of here. Now I'll just keep it honest with you, I never thought that we would end up in like a snowy taiga biome, like really high up when I started this recording. Yeah, that wasn't even in my wildest imaginations, and well, here we are. Anyways, though, now what I'm gonna do is actually just get down from here, and as you can see, this is nighttime. Oh, good time to show this off. This is the nighttime in this shader pack. I really like it. Again, as I said, I really like the shader apart from the dark lighting, and yeah, it looks really nice. Don't you think? I like the meteors and all that stuff, and even the moon looks nice. All that being said, though, I'm gonna get myself down from here. Most likely sleep and probably just gather up some resources. Just to let you know, if you're watching till now, is that you shouldn't really get attached to any single position on this world, because as you can probably imagine, since I traveled out pretty much about 15,000 blocks from spawn, yeah, literally nowhere is gonna be permanent. So yeah, don't get used to the scenario. Anyway, I'm gonna get down and I'll see you guys at the outro. Okay, I can imagine you writing that comment reminding me, oh, you didn't place down the special block. Listen, I literally just remembered, okay? I was about to tear this entire tower down. Yeah, you're lucky that I remembered, okay? Anyways, though, yeah, as I just said, I literally just remembered the fact that I need to place down a special block here. And on my way here, I couldn't necessarily get like a super special block. However, I had this black wool in my inventory, and this is the only one that I got. And seeing that this was a really long journey, and B, yeah, it just took way too much out of me. I feel like placing down a black wool is enough, hopefully, to remember this trip. So what I'm gonna do, jump up and place down this black wool. This black wool will remain here as long as this series lasts. So if we ever happen to come by this area ever, we will be able to see this black wool, and I'm actually kind of excited to check this out maybe later on in the series. Now here comes the tricky part. I actually need to get down from here. Hopefully I don't fall off this tower like an absolute dingus. But yeah, anyways, I'll figure something out, hopefully, and I'll see you guys, as I said, in the outro. Oh god, this might be a little bit sketchy. Anyways, yeah, see you guys in the outro. Alright, now, before anybody mentions this, yes, I do have the shaders turned off right now. That's basically just because it's giving me lag when I'm doing the outro and basically just standing still. However, it wasn't giving me lag in the intro when I was running around with shaders on. It does not make any sense. Anyways, though, another thing that I want to say, though, is that if this was a regular survival series, I would be doing this outro, near my base or my house. However, since this is not, we're going to be doing this outro in a frozen lake. But yeah, that's basically just rounds it up for the first episode. Now, if you're wondering as to why we're not doing multiple quotas in the first episode, the first reason being is that, traveling over 13,000 blocks by foot, on the first episode, it's quite painful, and it took quite a bit of time. Not as much time that I was actually expecting. However, it still did take quite a long. And the second reason, and the main reason being, is that traveling to this big corner on the first episode, I feel like it gave you guys enough of a taste of the series while also not overwhelming you guys. So I think that was quite a nice balance. Now, since this is the first episode, I do need to say some stuff. So if you pause the game, well, not necessarily pause in Bedrock, but go into the pause menu, go into settings, and go down below into the seed box right here. This is the seed of my world, and you guys can also use the seed in your Minecraft seed box and spawn into the same world that I am in right now. And that combined with the corners that are always going to be on the top left hand side of the screen, you can always track where I'm going in the world. And if you're ever suspicious if I'm spawning any ores or anything into the world, you can always check those corners out for yourself and see in that way. And another thing that I want to show you guys is if I scroll up, you can see the default game mode menu. Click on survival, go into creative, and we have the turn off achievements question mark tab pop up. That basically means that I have not cheated in this world yet, and I'm risk free of cheating. And yeah, that alongside another thing that I want to mention is that since this is the first episode, there's of course only going to be one. However, if you're watching future episodes, there are going to be all of the corners that we have reached and placed down special blocks on in the description of the video. So let's say if you're watching episode 10, all the previous 9 corners, or I guess more corners that we have done over the last 9 episodes, will be in the description down below. Now, it's not a great way to watch the series because you won't necessarily get the story all that much. However, if you're in a rush, you can sort of understand how we have got to the place that we have in that method. But yeah, guys, with all that being said, that is going to be doing it for our first episode. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like button, and if you guys want to stick around for more of this series and more of Red Cyclopedia, because that's another series that we have begun, or just more of me in general, make sure to subscribe button and turn on notifications. With all that being said, guys, that's gonna do it for the first episode of this series. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.